What's up? Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I have yet to do a unboxing on my YouTube channel. If you're familiar with my stuff, I mostly just post covers of various songs. But I got this cool guitar, and I thought it'd be cool to do an unboxing with you guys because I haven't really seen many unboxings of this brand. So what we got here is a C&Z audio guitar. If you don't know about C&Z audio, they are a extremely budget-friendly option for musicians, and every once in a while a budget guitar, why not? It's a lot of fun. It's a cool platform to potentially mod out. This one looked really cool to me. This is a J-style guitar, a Jazzmaster style guitar, and they have some really cool colors. If you're lucky, you can find these for like under 200 bucks, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, let's open it up and see what we got here. See if it's something you guys would be interested in yourselves. When we get it all opened up here, I will plug it into my amp, see what it sounds like as well. I can get it open here. Now, I was surprised at how thin this box is. It does look like we have another box inside the original box, so hopefully this thing was shipped safely without any damage. It certainly looks pretty good. Set it here. Move this box. All right, so we got the smaller box here, C&Z audio. Pop open the tape here. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Ooh, oh, that color is, I can see through the paper, that color is crazy. And honestly, I've had enough cheap guitars in the past. Really, the color is what sold me on this. You don't really run into this particular finish unless you spend a lot more on a Fender or something. I don't think Squiers even really have this color often. But here we go, the grand reveal. Ooh, look at that. A deep, deep green. Such a rich color. Not sure how it's going to come through on the camera. Strings are protected right out of the box. See if I can get this centered. Nice little protection on some of the switches. My first impressions of this right off the bat are pretty good. The paint job looks fantastic. It's got this cool tortoise pickguard. You've got two P90 pickups. Nothing too fancy, all C&Z branded stuff. You got C&Z audio neck plate. A nice satin feeling neck. There's no gloss on the neck. It feels really fast, and the action is really unbelievably low for the price point of this guitar. I don't feel any sharp fret edges. And these are the kind of comments that I saw on Reverb when people were discussing this particular guitar. A lot of people were comparing it to the Harley Benton guitar, Jazzmaster body style by Thomann. But this guitar had, by far, I think, cooler finish options. But this thing is, boy, is it cool looking. Very impressed right out of the box. I'm going to strum a couple chords here. It is very much out of tune, and I think the action is a little bit too low. But I'm going to switch over to the second part of the video here and see what this thing sounds like through my amp. Maybe rock it with a couple pedals here. It's the C&Z Audio Jazzmaster. All right, you guys, we are back here. So I spent a little bit of time setting this guitar up. I was really hoping that this guitar was going to do better when it came to the setup out the box. I would have to say, in full disclosure to you guys, this was not set up in a way that it was playable right out the box. I think even Squire's, the Bullet series, the Affinity series, has this beat out for setup right out the box. Not saying they're all going to be that way. The one that I did get here required a lot of setup. I had to really adjust the action and the intonation on this bridge to make it playable the way that I wanted. So just make sure that you're mindful. Any kind of budget guitar you get like this, make sure you have some money set aside to pay a professional to set it up for you and make it playable before you start your guitar journey if it's your first guitar. There's nothing more discouraging than having an instrument that's hard to play if you're a beginner. Anyway though, here we are. We got the C&Z Audio Jazzmaster in this awesome green color. I'm going to be playing it through my Super Thunderbolt, and I've got a couple pedals here I think will really sort of amplify this Jazzmaster's characteristics. So let's hear our clean tone first with a little bit of reverb. I'm using the Kalienbrad's ambient reverb machine, the Wonderland reverb. It's a really lush reverb. So I'll use some clean sounds. Together, and again we have two P90s in this guitar. You'll notice probably right away that we're getting a lot of amp noise with these P90s, which is, you know, pretty common for P90s, single coil guitars. You don't get that humbucking feature like you do with a Gibson or humbuckers or even Epiphone, whatever. Just kind of indicative of these P90s. Sometimes I gotta look this up, that with your P90s and you have a two position here, the middle position, sometimes it's an out of phase sound. I can't quite tell just listening, but it might be cool. I'll have to look at the specs of this guitar. Here we got the bridge sound. This is your twangiest position on this guitar. You might be able to get into a little bit of a country realm with this guitar. Certain players like Chris Stapleton, you know, they've sort of made the Jazzmaster more famous in the country scene, pretty much a Telecaster dominated scene. But there's a little bit of a twang on this guitar for sure in the bridge position. Anyway, this guitar does have a whammy bar, so let's really jack up the reverb here and add some chorus. I've got the Deadbeat Sounds Wet Dreams chorus pedal here. It's a unique sounding chorus pedal, and I really like it. So let's see what we got here. There's that surf rock kind of vibe there. Super fun to play that whammy bar. It's a lot of fun. Now let's hear a little bit of a distortion on this thing. Turn our reverb back down here. I'm using a super cheap Moskai Sounds Klon copy here. It's called the Golden Horse, and I actually really love this sound. It's sort of a transparent overdrive, and probably the cheapest one you're going to find. Sounds great though. Low E string right off the board there. But it sounds pretty darn good with overdrive. It gets pretty gritty with those P90s. Bridge. my final impressions with this guitar here, let's put it on kill so we can hear. I think this guitar is a bang for the buck. Even with a setup, these things are $200, $250. It's so affordable for what you're getting. I think the quality of this guitar, setup provided, is, you know, easily comparable to Squier Classic Vibe or something like that, or, you know, even the higher end Squiers like the Jazzmaster. I have owned one of those. I really do not think the quality of that is by any means way above this thing. This thing is killer for the killer deal for the price, and if you get a good setup, I really think you'd be having a lot of fun with this guitar. Thanks so much for watching my first gear review here on my YouTube page. Come on back. Hope to play some more songs.